compliments of the season. I trust that the year has been good to you thus far. We are very excited to have you join us for our first forum of the year. Thank you so much for your attendance. I am Lonwabo from the RISE SA team, and today we are doing our forum with Ms. Roxanne Abrahams-Sebolai, Bursar at Mary Help of Christian School. Very briefly, the RISE School Management is a one-stop cloud system that is school-specific and caters for unique school challenges. It's an integrated system with the full financial package that includes the 043 form, budget for expenses and income, as well as all other school-specific functionality. It is a communication tool as well as a school admin all in one. So throughout the past year, our developers have been working very hard in developing the new and exciting functionality which we'll be sharing with you today. I hope you are as excited as we are. Before I hand over to Roxanne, I would like to remind you to please keep your microphones muted and your video switched off when you're not speaking. If you have a question during the presentation, you can type it in the chat. However, we will take questions at the end of the presentation. Roxanne, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you are doing well. I am so excited to present this morning what I have learned and what I am doing at Mary Help of Christians at the moment. Thank you to Anna and to Luwabo for the opportunity to share. I will just share my screen quickly. So as you guys have received the points that we will be covering today, I will start off with how to do a rollover for the year. As we are in the beginning of the year, it's very important for us to change our grades for our different classes. So RISE has made it so easy for us to actually do this. So they have this tool, like with a click of a button. So you go to your schools, and then you go to change grade and classes, and you put in the current grade that you'd like to change. So I've taken a few learners from a class that I need to actually put over to grade 2. So I've got here a few of these learners. So what makes it so easy is, even if your classes are split, even if all these children are not in the same class, you can still change them without going out and still going back in and changing them to another class. So I've got my 4 learners and I'd like to put them in 2D. So I take them over and I click on Pull in Values. So you'll see all those that have been clicked on to be changed to another to 2D has been filled out. So what you do is you can just click on the untick all, and then you can just click on the ones that's not in the class as yet. So I'll click on the remaining 4. And I'll just put them in my 2J class. And this makes it so easy. You can, with a click of a button, you can just tick on them all, and you can save all your new information. And this is something very exciting that RISE has integrated in a few months. You actually know that your children are moved to the new classes that they have been put in. So this just indicates that they have been moved over and that your progress was successful. So I'll just close up here. So this is how you change over, or you do a rollover from the previous year to the new year. The next point that we do have on our agenda is how to print or email over 600 statements at a time. So this is also very a very nice format. You go to your statements, and you'd obviously create your statement, and you will choose the year. I would choose my previous year, as this will be much easier to choose. And you will always choose anything higher than 0. So if there's even a R5 outstanding, we will send, you will be able to track those children as well. You can choose the grade that you'd like to do the class of. So I'll choose grade 2. So I'll choose grade 2J and just click on those two, and I will click on show the list. So these are the children that that statements have, that I would like to download. So I'll just click on, because everyone has been clicked and checked on. So I'll just generate a statement. So then you will find those children here at the bottom, where you go. This is where you can find these statements. So what's so easy about this is you can just click on Control A and just mark everyone, the different classes that you like to stay. You can either print them or you can email it, because our parents are quite technology tech savvy. So you can actually, this will actually reflect all the different emails on it. So I will just send it to myself, and I'll just email it all to myself, but obviously that will go to the different parents. And if I've got a quick message that I'd like to send out to our parents, good day. The guardians, please see attached school fee statement. And this message will actually reflect as each one will get the different statements. And then all you do it, you just click on the button send, and all of those, you should actually just click on all of them, Control A, and all of these statements will be sent off to the different parents. So this just makes things easier for you as a bursar to keep track of sending your monthly statements to parents. You would know that, okay, fine, I've sent my end of the month. So parents are aware of what's happening with these school fees. So this is just a very nice way of reminding them to do a payment as well. So our next point would be how to print and to save a class list in any required fields. So I know that sometimes our secretaries are so busy, and you as a bursar can actually assist with this. So you can go to your students, and this is a new feature that RISE has integrated in the system. So you can generate a class list. You just click on generate. You click on your class that you'd like to like a class list of, and then you just run a report. And what's so nice about this feature is that you can actually make it or adjust it just the way that you'd like it. So you'd go to setup. So if you don't want a lot of these fields, you just go to advanced mode, and it will give you the option of your fields that you'd like to change. So if you'd like the number, the name, the surname, you don't actually want so many fields in your on your class list, you can just adjust it there, and then you can close and generate, and it will actually make the fields a bit less. So these lists you can also print. You can print it here. You can do a print feature of it, and it will be accessible for the teachers. Or what you can do is you can actually you can download it as well, and you can put it in your grade 5 as a, you can download it as a PDF, and you can open it there, and you can, what's so nice about it, you can actually get it in an Excel format as well. So you go to your files, there's 3 dots in the corner. So you go to your 3 dots, you go to File, Save As, and here you will be able to put to change the name of your file as well, which is grade 5S. And here you can choose in which format you'd like. I know a lot of us would like to work in Excel, which would be easier to just add some things to it. So then you just OK it, and at the bottom you will see that it has generated a grade 5 list. Sorry, the internet on my side is a bit slow today. So this is a simple way for us just to make things easier to have this by the click of a button. The next point on our agenda is it will be how to check for gender. So this is also a new feature that RISE has integrated in the system, and there's a new administrative workspace. So here you can actually see how many males, how many females do you have in a class. This is great for those days that the principal maybe needs some information as quickly as possible, and you can have it with a click of a button. So here you will see your different classes, you will see the totals of the classes, and you'll also see them by gender. So this one on this side, this is actually something very interesting. On the side, you will have all the birthdays that you can expect within the next week or two. So it will pop up all the children whose birthdays it will be within the next month. Within the next month, and this you can actually keep as a secretary. You can also keep it, and so that if the principal do want to make an announcement, you can just give this to the principal and tell the principal that we're celebrating 5 children or 6 children's birthdays today. And this is a great way of wishing them as well and making them feel special. The next point on our agenda is how to do a bank reconciliation. So as you know, a lot of schools do still bank reconciliations with, on Excel. So RISE has this wonderful bank reconciliation that you can just click on. I've already now just filled in a few things, but I'll just show you where to go. So you go to your bank, reconciliations. Here I've already done one. This would be my 31st of the 5th, 2021. So here you would choose the last day of your statement date, which will either be the 28th of Feb, which will either be the 31st or the 30th of April, the 31st of March. And here, this is the opening balance that you will receive on your bank statement as per your school. So you just put in here your bank statement, your bank balance, your opening balance, and the beginning of the month. And here you will do the closing balance of that specific month that you are reconciling. So here we've got all the transactions that was captured on our bank. That was all monies that was paid in, all transactions that was done. So here you can just click on them. You can just click on each one that that is within the month of May. And here it will show you that if you have skipped one of your transactions, here this will be the amount that you are closed, that you have cleared, all the ticks that I've made. And here this amount and this amount will actually be the same. So if I had a difference of, if I can just make an example, if there was a difference of 250, then I have to go check, but where is this 250? Then I will know that there's one that I haven't clicked. So this, the difference should always be 0. This is the easiest way to actually see that what you are doing is correct and that you have reconciled to the T. Okay, so the next part of our training would be on how to work on our O43. So a lot of our schools still send in a O43 that they've received from the department. But RISE actually makes everything easier. So if I had to choose quarter two of 2021, and I run my report, here it will actually give me everything that I need. So I don't physically have to go work out what each expense were, what was actually done. So I can just have it by the click of a button. So this report can be saved and it can be printed as well to just have it signed. Most of the times this would be correct because of all your different accounts that you have. So all of these you will actually have linked to your O43. So just go to my accounting, my charts of accounts. So all of these will be linked to your O43. Here you will see what was actually linked and what is the most important things that need to reflect on your O43. So if it's not linked to your O43, it won't reflect there, and it won't be a true reflection of all the expenditure that you have done. So this is just a very easy way. It's easy to set up. It's easy to add an account. It's easy to take off an account. So this is just all the accounts that's linked to our O43. So this can be printed out and handed in as your quarterly O43. It is accepted by the department. So yeah, this is very nice. It's very nice to work on. There's no more of long hours sitting with the O43. You just have it on within a click of a button. So our next point will be how to generate a WCED budget. So this is also something new that has been brought in by RISE. most of the times we need to hand in a budget to the WCED. So you just click in the period that you'd like the budget for. You would run your budget, and here it will actually click out. It will put in your name, it will put in the budget for 2021, and it will give you your different categories that you need to fill in, or that need to be handed in. So this can also be downloaded and also be saved. This can also be saved as an Excel spreadsheet, and which you can then just adjust to how you want it. But this has been done it has been developed as per the WCED standard, so it is accepted by them as well. So yeah, this is everything that I have shared here is quite has made life quite easy for me as a bursar, with a lot of parents, and that's always on your case, that always want some information. So RISE is a very good program, and it makes just work an absolute pleasure to come to. So yes, this is all the things that you would need if you have the RISE system. I will be handing over to Lonwabo now. That will be talking about point 8. That is how a textbook subsystem assists schools with textbooks and inventory control. Thank you, Lonwabo.
All right, thank you so much, Roxanne. So schools that use the system have reported saving at least 12 hours a term with the 043 form, and even more hours with other functions such as bank reconciliation, bank stream, receipts, and so forth. Schools have also increased their school fee collection by at least 10 to 15% compared to the previous years. And now my colleague Anna will take us through the textbook keeping function. Anna, over to you.
Thank you, Lonwabo. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see everyone here. And the fact that you are here means that you are committed to improving various processes on a school level and also in your professional capacity. And we appreciate it. From my side, I will just add a few things on the 043 report, and thereafter I will show you a textbooks keeping subsystem. So the format that most government schools use and most of our schools submit to the department looks like this. We've got two formats, and the one that Roxanne was showing you, you just saw, and this is actually the one that also most of the schools submit to the department. So as you can see, the accounts on the actual 043 report are specific to your school, and when a school joins the RISE program, these basically get created and inputted into the system in accordance with what you use at your school and also in line with the departmental requirements. And as you work in the system, it gets populated, and your basically whatever you record will be then mapped to the 043. And as a result of it, you can check that everything is fine. You can either print it or save it and basically submit to the department. That is with regards to the 043 form. Now, the 8th point on our agenda is how a textbook system assists schools with textbook inventory control. Just before I show you how it works, a few words in terms of how it came about. So last year, one of the schools that joined the RISE program they asked if we can develop it, because the reason being they had another desktop solution they were using and that they weren't happy with, and they wanted to bring it under one umbrella so that all their school team members can work in one system, in a cloud, basically, in a cloud system. So that's how it came about. The software development process is quite intricate and complicated, and it takes a lot of expertise across various levels of an organization to pull it off. And the first thing that happens when new functionality needs to be developed is basically to get functional requirements from a school. So last year in August, that's exactly what happened. We spoke to various stakeholders at a school and checked with them what they need, what they require to keep inventory of their textbooks. Thereafter, the development team made an architectural design of the required subsystem, and in the month of October, they did the technical design of the required subsystem so that all the parts of the subsystem basically work with each other and that all the requirements are fulfilled. And thereafter, from October to December, they were basically developing it and making sure that whatever requirements were taken down from the school, and also in terms of the processes that schools follow, are developed and fulfilled in this subsystem. And in December, our developer went in person to that school to show them how this subsystem works and basically how they can do it. And this subsystem is also integrated with a barcode scanner. And you can also just scan your books. And if you don't have a barcode scanner, one can just generate a barcode in the system, or you can also input your own barcode number. So what I will do now is to show you how it works. Should you have questions, please feel free to ask in the chat, or you can just unmute your microphone thereafter. And this is just an overview of this textbooks keeping subsystem. So the first thing what we will do, we will create a textbook. We will insert a name of the textbook, indicate that it is a textbook, and as such, as you can see, there are various characteristics that need to be inputted for this specific textbook. So you can just choose whatever you need to add from the drop-down menu, and you can also create additional like subjects or other things that need to be inputted from your side should you require to do so. You can also insert a price, a supplier, an author, a publisher, and the year it was published in, as well as the language. One can also add a picture if you would like this picture to accompany your textbook. And the unit of measurement needs to be inserted, which is already in the system. You just select it. Once you save it, the system will save all the information, and you can add a picture of this specific textbook. The next thing is, if you have multiple copies of the same textbook, you can create these copies here under the barcodes tab. So all you need to do You can either scan your book with a barcode device. However, if you don't have a barcode device, you can just insert your own barcode, or you can generate it. The system will generate it automatically. There are 3 options. So if you have 20 or more copies, you can just input them into the system under this specific textbook. You can also specify a condition of this specific book and save it. So we have successfully created 2 copies of this textbook in the system. The next thing, and that's quite an important part of it, is how do you actually issue your textbook to a specific learner? How do you record a return of the book, and so on and so forth? And that's what we will look at now. So in order to issue a textbook to your learners, you will create this document. You will select your learner, and because it's integrated with your learner data, your class and your grade will be populated automatically. You just need to specify in which term this procedure is happening, as well as if it's the textbook issue, textbook return, or textbook audit. In this case, it's a textbook issue. And here you will specify for which book it is. You can just type a barcode number and the system will pull the book automatically. It will pull it in with the status and so on. You can also add as many textbooks as you need to for this specific learner. And also, if you have a barcode scanning device, you can scan your book right here, and it will scan it. The system is integrated with a barcode scanning device. So now we have successfully issued 2 textbooks to 2 learners, and we've recorded the condition of the book and other information. So also during the functional design of this development, we took requirements in terms of the required reports for schools to see what is on the system, what is on hand, what's been issued, what's been returned, and so on. So these are reports, and this is a list of your textbooks that's currently on the system. So it shows you the barcode, the reference, the title, the subject, the author, the grade, and so on. And you can insert as many books as you need to. This is the report for textbook issues. It will show you what textbooks have been issued and other information that applies for these textbooks. You can also drill down. So if you need to, for example, view information on this specific book, you can just click on it and you'll be able to see the details. So we don't have information here because we haven't yet recorded any returns, but if you record it, it will appear under this report. And that is all that we wanted to share with you on the textbooks keeping subsystem. And I would like to hand over to Lonwabo.
Thank you very much, Anna. Now we will be taking questions. If you have a question, concern, or comment, you may unmute your mic to speak, or you can type a question in the chat. If you wish to have further interaction with us, please indicate in the chat. You can leave your name, the name of your school you're from, your email address in the chat, and we'll get in touch with you. Okay, we have a question from Candice. With regard to the data required for the migration to the system is extremely extensive and time consuming. How can we simplify the information? Thank you for your question, Candice. I would like to hand over to Anna to answer that. Anna?
Yes, so in terms of the required onboarding documents, can you maybe specify exactly what you're referring to? What I would like to share, so we had a number of schools changing over to the RISE system, and regardless of whether you use Excel or if you have an existing accounting system, if you basically keep records at your school, it is just a matter of putting it together in a required format, and the actual import happens on our side to assist you basically. Okay. If you can just maybe specify if it's what specific type of information you're talking about. But usually the way it works, so our system is also CMS friendly. What it means is that if you keep your information on CMS or on Excel, you basically one can just put it together. And once it's on the system, you can also change that information. You can move your learners up to the next grade. You can adjust your information in terms of their guardians and export that information should you require it. So it makes it easy in terms of ongoing maintenance of your records. And you can also view under each learner the full financial history. So you no longer need to use multiple spreadsheets and look up in various types of documents. You can just look at a glance if there is still an outstanding balance and what is happening under that specific learner in terms of the school fee collection. And as has been mentioned already, so the positive feedback, and it's great to hear, is that the schools who switch to the RISE system, they do increase their school fee collection. And that is really great to hear, because ultimately that is one of the challenges, one of the biggest things. And of course, if it can simplify it and even increase your school fee collection, then that's really great news.
Sorry, Anna, it's Jolene. Thank you. Regarding the textbook one, because I know that's still new on your system, is it on this? Will it be the same RISE like the admin and the finance officer will use? Because normally the textbook one, someone else is in charge where this is concerned.
So it is part of the RISE system, yes. Perhaps because it depends, on the setup that you currently have for textbooks keeping processes at your school. So we can engage with you maybe in a bit more detail. If whoever does do it at school, they can just ask their questions. That is fine. There is a comment from Hanley. Nice to see you, Hanley. Involved with RISE for 3 years now. I'm still amazed. on how they listen to the needs of schools and address it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for these nice words and for the nice comments. Really appreciate it and good to see you. All right. Noted, Grace. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for attending this forum. We really appreciate it. We are going to keep this meeting open, just in case if you would like to still type your question. But otherwise, have a great day further and all the best. And thank you so much, Roxanne, for a detailed presentation. Really appreciate it. And it's great to hear that the RISE system has helped you so much and that you're using it to its fullest potential.